Hello friends, Mandar here. I'm back with another video. Today let's talk about November 2023 Visa Bulletin where there is no change. But we'll take a look at what can be expected in the next couple of months. We'll also talk about some good news on EAD and AP card validity period that has started 1st of October. We avoided the government shutdown but we lost the speaker. Does that mean anything to the USCIS? USCIS is also going high-tech with its analytics reports on H1B data. And finally, we'll talk about the job change contemplation that few people have questions about. So a lot of packed content. Watch this video until the end and let's get started. If you are here for the first time, welcome. My name is Mandar and I make immigration and lifestyle related videos for US and Canada. I'm not an immigration lawyer, so anything that I say on this video or on my channel is for information purpose only. And for your specific immigration needs, before you take any action, you should hire a competent immigration lawyer. Do check out the links in the description because those are affiliate links, and if you like something, that will greatly help the channel. And while you are down there, do hit the like button. That will also get you into the giveaway for which the winner I will be announcing in the month of November. Now the fall has just started in the Boston area and there are some nice colors coming out. In the next couple of videos, I'll post some good photographs of fall colors. Now first of all, let's talk about the November 2023 Visa Bulletin. It came in at the 6th day of the year and no surprise there because it's almost copy and paste. So they didn't have to put much of an effort in producing the Visa Bulletin. But let's do the ritual, do a side-by-side comparison. This time I will be quick because there is not going to be much to talk about, but we'll talk about the other topics that I have. Now here's the October 2023 Visa Bulletin on the left and November 2023 Visa Bulletin on the right. Now let's first look at the final action dates for family sponsored category. And as you can see, F1 remains almost same. For all chargeability, China and India, it remains as 1st of January 2015. Mexico has progressed a little bit by about a week and Philippines is also the same. F2A category also remains the same throughout. F2B category remains the same except Mexico, which moved from 1st of January 2002 to 1st of May 2002. F3 category also remains exactly the same, no date change here, and F4 category also remains the same, exactly the same. So no date forward movements in the final action date chart. Now final action date chart is supposed to move month after month, catching up to the filing date chart at the end of the year. But we are not seeing any progression of dates, which means that they probably have pending applications for the earlier dates than the final action date chart. So first they have to clear those before they can even progress any dates for final action chart. Now let's go to the filing date chart for family based section. As you can see, there is absolutely no date change on F1 category. F2A category, I don't see any date change. F2B category also no date change whatsoever. F3 and F4 category also no date change. Remember, we are only in the second month of the fiscal year. They have set their dates considering the full year quota in the October Visa Bulletin. So I'll not be expecting any date change for the filing date chart for both employment based and the family based section because those dates were just set 1 month back. Now the earliest we can see any date change is in January or February timeframe when we might see any spillovers from the FB category into EB category, but we shall see. Let's continue for employment based section in the filing date chart, in the final action date chart. Now as you can see, the all chargeability remains unchanged. For EB1, all chargeability remains current, which is good. China and India, the dates remains the same. Mexico and Philippines are also current. EB2 dates for all chargeability have progressed just by a week from 8th of July 2022 to 15th of July 2022. For China, India, Mexico and Philippines, the dates have not changed. Except for Philippines, the dates have changed by about a week. EB3, the date has not changed anywhere at all. So EB2 India remains at 1st of January 2012 and EB3 India remains at 1st of May 2012. Now these dates for final action date chart especially for India should move month after month, catching up to the filing date chart by the end of the year. But we haven't started seeing that, and the logic goes the same because they had set the dates just 1 month earlier, and they probably have some backlog to clear even before these dates, before they can even consider moving the dates forward. But in the next month or two, I am expecting these dates to start moving forward, catching up to the final filing date chart by the end of the year. Now EB3 also remains the same for 1st of May 2012. Other workers category F4 and F5 dates are also not changed. Certain religious workers category which was unavailable in October is now become available with the priority date at 1st of January 2019. So that has now become available. Now putting a date back from unavailable means that they are now starting to accept applications whose priority dates are prior to 1st of January 2019. EB5 rest of the dates remain unchanged. Now let's look at the filing date chart for employment based category, and this chart remains constant because they had just updated about a month back, so I'm not expecting any changes. And as expected, EB1 remains the same across the board. All chargeability remains current. China remains at 1st of August 2022. India remains at 1st of July 2019. Mexico, Philippines remains the same. EB2 all chargeability remains at 1st of January 2023. For China, it remains at 1st of January 2020. For India, it stays the same at 15th of May 2012. Mexico and Philippines remain at 1st of January 2023. EB3 remains exactly the same as last month, 1st of February 2023 for all chargeability, 1st of September 2020 for China, 1st of August 2012 for India, 1st of February 2023 for Mexico, and 1st of January 2023 for Philippines. Other workers category also remains exactly the same. Fourth preference category remains exactly the same. Certain religious workers category remains exactly the same. Rest of the chart remains exactly the same, and that is expected because they just updated the filing date chart as per the 2024 quota last month. So I'm not expecting any changes up until January or February. Now let's see if there are any notes towards the end of this. In the recent months, they have started putting some notes towards the end of the visa bulletin. So Schedule D, scheduled expiration of one employment fourth preference religious workers category, signed on September 30th. Special immigrant program expires on November 17, 2023. No SR visas may be issued overseas or final action date taken or adjustment of date case after midnight of November 16, 2023. So that category is going to be expiring. Nothing else stated for any other categories. So there is no retrogression. All the retrogression has already happened in the last year. I don't expect any retrogression to happen in any EB category this year. Now the only thing that you would want to watch is when are these dates going to start moving forward again. Again, as I said, within a month or two I will expect to start seeing the forward progression of EB1, EB2 and EB3 catching up to the filing date chart dates by the end of the year. I'm talking about the final action chart date. So sorry, although disappointing that there was no forward progression of movement in November visa bulletin. Don't lose heart. In December, January, we'll start seeing these dates, at least in the final action date chart, moving forward slightly. Now don't expect any significant progression in the filing date chart up until October of 2024. That is when I will expect to see a bigger progression, say by a year for EB2 and EB3. Even for EB1, it will be a significant progression next year. But this year, unfortunately, no laws are changing. There is no appetite in Congress to change anything. And next year being an election year, I'm not betting on any immigration related laws to be passed in the Congress, unfortunately. I would be very surprised if now until November or December of next year, if there are any laws passed by US Congress in regards to immigration. My AC just went off, so you will hear it in the background. Sorry about that. So I know for sure that some of you are interested in stock trading, day trading, buying cryptocurrencies. I want to present you Webull. Webull is a trading platform. It allows you to buy stock, it allows you to buy options, do options trading, and also it allows you to buy cryptocurrency. Webull 9 was released with a brand new home and market page. asset page, and economic calendar. Also, Webull Cash Management was launched with 5.8% API with no fees attached and no minimum balance and unlimited withdrawals. This is amazing. New Webull USA users can still enjoy 5.8% APY and get up to 12 free stocks when making an initial deposit of each is valued between $3 and $3,000. Feel free to take advantage of this. Join through my link and you will get those free stocks. I'd like to add that people keep coming to me that their priority date is in 2013 or 2014. What to expect of it? Now, as I said in my last couple of videos, I'm expecting that EB category, especially EB2 and EB3, will progress by 1 year for the next 2 years. So what that means is in October of 2024, for the priority dates for EB2 and EB3, India will go or move forward in filing date chart up until end of 2013, and in the year 2025, October 2025, the filing dates chart for EB2 India and EB3 India will go until end of 2014. So that is what I'm predicting. The reason is vast majority of the people in this date range have already gotten their green card. So the pool of applicants, pending applicants in this category is lesser. Now starting December or January of 2015, things are going to be very different. It's going to be crawling, literally crawling, unless there are going to be any visa numbers recaptured or any laws change in terms of lifting of that limit of 7% for per country. If any of that happens, only then we'll see significant date movements forward. But if none of that happens, then you are going to see after 2 years, it's going to slow down incredibly. Remember, I keep telling about the inverted funnel thing. There are about 500,000 I-140 eligible petitions coming into the US every year. Or in other words, every year there will be about 500,000 I-140 eligible pending petitions that will be coming into the pool. And the quota for EB based category is only 140K every year. So it's going to be a growing backlog unless there are going to be any rule changes. And people are jumping queues from EB2 to EB1. EB1, beware, you are thinking that it's a faster process. If more and more people become eligible and start upgrading to EB1, EB1 is also going to retrogress significantly. There has to be some changes in the law, some changes in the USCIS policies to save EB1. Just for example, every weekend I do about 8 to 10 EB1 related calls. People who are trying to upgrade from EB3, EB2 to EB1. So this category, EB1 category, especially in EB1A and EB1C, is going to be filled up and backlogged pretty soon. It's already backlogged. The dates are retrogressed to 2017 or 2019 in the filing date chart. If the same pattern continues, EB1 is no longer going to be your saving grace, especially for people from India. So people who are trying to immigrate to US thinking that they will be eligible for EB1 category in the future and that way they could get their green card sooner. Yes, it will be sooner than EB2 or EB3, but even for EB1 the wait period is going to be at least couple of years. Gone are the days where people qualified for EB1C and got their green cards within 6 months. That is not going to happen in the future. So when you talk to your friends and family or students who are planning to come to United States, be sure to make them aware of the visa situation here and also the green card wait times, including the EB1. Because a lot of people I talk to, they say, I'm not going to apply in EB2 or EB3, I'm only going to apply in EB1. But guess what? Even EB1 is not going to be a joyride. So that's all I wanted to say about this. Now there is a lot of H1B related data analytics and I'll put a link in the description. I don't know what to make out of it. I haven't gone into the depth, but there are lots of reports that have come in. And one of the reports that I saw, just got a glimpse of it, only tells me that there are many number of H1Bs coming into the quota every year. Imagine people who have used up their 6 years quota, gone back to India or their own country and come back again. They are eligible for cap exempt petitions. So they can be new H1Bs on top of 85,000 that are new given every year. So 85,000 and people returning on H1B cap exempt. So if you think that there are only 85,000 H1Bs given out every year, that's wrong. There are actually many number of H1Bs given out every year incrementally for people who have used up 6 years, gone back and now are eligible for another 6 years. Hope it makes sense. And talking about EB1, if you think that you are eligible for EB1A or EB1C, I have talked to hundreds of people and I have received comments on people getting approved under certain situations. And I can tell you my perspective about those certain situations. So do contact me on my Calendly if you want to talk about your situation. Again, it will be a non-legal advice, but at least it will be from my experience talking to people. And then the last thing I wanted to tell you is good news. This is regarding the EAD and AP validity. Now remember, in the last couple of videos we talked about how USCIS is extending the validity period of EADs for 5 years, from 2 years to 5 years. Now we were speculating if it's going to be true for advanced parole as well, and turns out that people are starting to get 5-year validity advanced parole cards as well as EAD cards, even for employment based category. So people who are in the adjustment of status in the employment based category are also starting to get 5-year validity EAD and AP card. Now this is incredibly useful for people who are on extended H1Bs and who have to wait for their stampings to be done. Now in this new reality, if you start getting 5-year validity for your EAD and AP card, you no longer have to worry about stamping your H1Bs. I would even think about getting rid of your H1B, just letting go the status of H1B if you are in the adjustment of status process, and if you get your 5-year EAD and AP card. Why do you have to worry about maintaining your H1B and stamping all that, right? So that would be my recommendation. If you want to talk to me about your situation, do contact me on my Calendly. And lastly, if you want to get into my giveaway for the next Apple Watch, do hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and put in a meaningful comment down below. That will be useful to the community. I like to see the discussion that goes on in the comment section in my videos. And if you like the content of this video, hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. And I'll see you in the next one.